Yes, it's been an absolutely sensational crowd, and particularly when Argentina needed their supporters to pull through in the group stages following the loss against Saudi Arabia. That's when they've really responded. It's just been a tidal wave of blue and white shirts coming in, and I think apart from Morocco, we haven't seen such a fervour in the supporters who've really played their role as the 12th man to perfection throughout this World Cup. Whenever Argentina have struggled, like they did against the Netherlands, that's when the crowd got them going a little bit again in extra time. Here they were just singing throughout. They knew that the result was in their pocket by half time. Really, Croatia never really mounted much of a comeback, and it's certainly going to be an important factor heading into the final as Argentina vie for their third World Cup success and their first since 1986 and the great Diego Maradona.
Ruben, Simon mentions that defeat to Saudi Arabia at the beginning of the tournament. I mean, looking at it, that was their first game that they played, and it was one of the biggest shocks that we've clearly ever seen in world football. You never would have thought that 3 weeks later on, Argentina would be here, stepping into the final this way, surely.
The luck Argentina had was that they were in one of the poorest groups in the whole World Cup, according to me. So they could react against not a really strong Mexican side, and then Poland, who were only there to defend and only wanted to go through and were only calculating with the other game at the same time. So they were a little bit lucky with that. And from then on, it's just every time it's a good team performance with one exceptional player, which is Lionel Messi. Against Australia, I think it wasn't that impressive. Against the Netherlands, also not that impressive.
But they've slowly grown into it.
Yeah, and they rise to the occasion every time. So they do what they have to do. And what's the most impressive about them, they respond also to the crowd. But this team is on a mission. That's what you can see. They are ready to give everything, and literally everything, to give Lionel Messi that World Cup, which is still not on his palm rest.
It's not, but this all, as you say, I mean, it came amid some slip-ups. There was that slip-up against the Dutch in the last rounds, so it came really close in the end.
Yeah, but what I found really impressive from an Argentinian point of view in that game is how they reacted in the extra time, because okay, you can also say that the Dutch didn't go through because they went back again and they maybe should have done other things. But you can also say that the Argentinians, after that 2-2 and when extra time started, they started to play again and tried to win the game. Okay, at the end they won it in penalties, but you can see that there's a real will and there's a real team this time. And if you compare it, for example, to the team in 2018, where there was not a balance at all in the team, now they all know, okay, there's one boss, it's Messi. All the others are around him to help him. They have also a really strong goalkeeper with Emiliano Martinez, which is also a big difference compared to 2018, I think. So it's a more balanced team. It's not exceptional, but okay, they need only one exceptional man in the end.
Let's ask Simon over there. Have you felt some of this energy that we're talking about here, snowballing for the Argentinian team? Is that something that's been able to be felt on the ground in Qatar?
More than energy, I would say belief. There is a lot more belief, and I think that has a lot to do with the game against the Netherlands, because when you draw or when you see yourself come back in the space of 10 minutes, 2-2 in a World Cup quarter-final where everything's going against you at that moment in time, and then you boss extra time and you win the penalties in such an emphatic manner, then that belief really pulls you together as a team, and that team spirit really shines through. And as Ruben correctly says, you do feel that everything is geared towards getting Lionel Messi to the Holy Grail and the World Cup. And I would also put to Ruben and to you guys in the studio, I also feel that Lionel Scaloni has found the right balance in the team in terms of, as Ruben was saying, balance in the way he plays, but also in terms of squad members. He's dropped Papu Gomez, he's dropped Lautaro Martinez, he's put his entire faith in a 19-year-old kid in Julian Alvarez, and I feel that has changed a lot. I think the partnership at the back with Lisandro Martinez also filling in for Romero and Otamendi when they've been weak has also helped out. So I would wonder whether you would agree with that as well, that the right players are playing at the moment and that they're hitting form at the right time.
It is true. I think with Lautaro Martinez, it was not that easy to drop him, to be honest, because he played almost all the games for them and with a lot of success. But he's coming out of quite a poor season with Inter already, or first half of the season. So it is good that he is able, and he is also he was as brave or courageous to make these choices too, and for now it seems to be the perfect choice. I think that he really wants to have Angel Di Maria also for the final, but we will see how fit he will be for that match. But maybe it's even better to start without him and that you can bring him on during the game. It also depends a little bit against who it will be, because against France they will have a lot less the ball than against Morocco, I think.